Swisher had a big game. Manx had a big game on Nuke. We'd like to see malbs have a good game here on Inferno if they want to continue fighting. And pistol round is live. Dualies for Max and Try, the classic 7 pistol round.
Pay attention. Who gets the first kill here? It might come up.
Yeah, you never know what Trace is going to come up with.
It could be Swisher again. He could find the first kill of the pistol in back-to-back maps. He's going to be searching for it towards A, while the rest of his teammates take their time up banana. This match is observed by a wonderful Chev and J-Rez. And Swisher applying pressure towards Library. Buddha, it's still quiet in here. He's chilling out. Perhaps he can grab a book. But here comes the fight against Swisher, and he will get the first kill of the pistol round. Max under a lot of scrutiny inside of the smoke. They clear it, they spam him down, and that's M80 up 2 players, nearly 3 inside of the CT spawn.
Yeah, I don't think he realizes Glock was going to show through that smoke a little bit earlier than he would have liked. Swisher is doing God's work back in CT spawn. 2 kills, potentially a third, and he's got it. That's the pistol round sealed up. Try coming in towards T-Ramp with his dualies, but only exits available to him. So pistol round for M80, which is great when you consider they lost both on Nuke. They got off the slow start, 6-0 in the first half, 3-0 in the second half if they were down out of the gate. So nice to see them come into Inferno and get off on the right foot.
Yeah, there could even be an argument to say that their slow starts cost them the entire game, right? So a much stronger start here would be very much welcome. Try hiding in the kitchen.
It's a comfortable place to be, the kitchen. Spend a lot of time there.
What's your favorite thing to cook, Jason?
Oh, that's a question. I enjoy making spaghetti and meatballs. Nice little pasta sauce.
Sounds real nice.
Yeah.
Could you make that in an air fryer, Jason?
No. Couldn't make it in the air fryer.
Beyond my skill set. As we move back in to the action, this is quite the Swisher moment. He's just solo A. I mean, really, his job was done a long time ago. He just kind of overachieved. He did some overtime. He's
doing a lot of work solo for this team in his various positions, even going back to Nuke. And I think it's something that obviously, I think it's going to work. We've seen it work here against 9Z in this series. It's going to be a problem against like the tougher teams and the better teams in the world, where someone like Swisher is not going to be able to have this level of impact when you play up against teams like Fnatic, teams like Na'Vi, teams like FaZe that are in this group. But here against 9Z, obviously, it's being effective, him kind of exerting individual influence on the map.
Yeah, exactly. You would see some of these moves against some of the better teams in the group, right? And he would just get punished over and over and over again. So it's good to have the freedom, but the style isn't exactly sustainable at every level.
No, but it's about progression, right? Like you establish this being able to work, and then you kind of develop it a little bit further, add a few more wrinkles into it, maybe add a little bit of a couple different ways you can actually set him up and work with the teammate to get some of those opening plays that he likes. But for the moment against 9Z, it's doing its job. 2-0, and 9Z is just going to save the 4 armor pistols and try again in round number 3. Third map, if we can get there, would be Overpass as the final deciding map. It's still a long ways away, but keep that in the back of your mind as we watch Inferno play out.
Well, Overpass might be a possibility, but M80 have to keep this start going. Can't afford to lose to any rounds like this. Deagles, 5-7s, the whole shebang.
Let's see where these nades go. DGT and Max want to chuck them down somewhere. Both towards Banana at the moment. Swisher and Manx in the choke point.
So we've got a new version of Inferno. But this, to me, still feels like the new version of Inferno, this map. I still remember the day this one came out.
It's funny how that works in Counter-Strike. Everything still feels new after 5, 6, 7 years.
I think you were talking about the new economy.
Yeah, we still call it the new economy. that phrase gets uttered every once in a while.
Well, we will be needing a new economy soon, it does seem.
Yeah, you're on that camp?
Yeah, perhaps.
Okay.
Here goes Swisher. Not much coming towards Swisher. In fact, they're all leaving. They're going back towards A, and it looks like M80 might pull the plug on their A endeavors. They might decide to go back towards B.
Well, yeah, they've kind of shown a little bit of presence, right? They've chucked the utility up banana, so they're hoping that someone's going to stick around. This is a really nice gamble for 9Z. This is a really dangerous round. Everything is going to come down to how clean the entries are in pit. If M80 cannot establish pit control quickly, they're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, this could get messy. This is the best chance for 9Z to win this round. Davideus, he's not going to find the first kill. In fact, it is Max, but he will step up with the second of the round. And he's still in the pit. He's still causing problems. And the swing out short side. M80 are dropping the ball. Oh, no. I said they can't afford to lose a round like this while malbs look to try and pull them out of the hole of desperation. Pulling it back, he will. malbs with the shots, flying by. He gets a 4K.
That's wild. What a shot from malbs. Had to hit it instantly. Sees the Molotov coming in. No HP to tank any of the damage. And an instant headshot. 9Z had everything going for them. What a call and what a bailout from malbs. Even this reaction to the player inside the smoke, Try hadn't revealed himself until that very moment. He was hiding in the smoke the whole round during that action.
Yeah, I mean, this round felt over. It felt like 9Z had done it. They had done enough, but not to be. M80 survived a scare, but it does put their economy in question after one round loss. And it is Try bringing that AWP out middle early.
Yeah, he flirted with a wide angle as well to get a peek on someone swinging along the wall back mid. Nobody from M80 give him the opportunity. Deep nades, exchange chip damage.
There's chip damage returning. Harry's alter ego. It's going to be just a walk up from M80 towards top banana. Swisher at the front of the attack. That nade's pretty good. Not done too much notable damage, but it landed in the correct position.
And once again, banana control for M80. Show you have some presence, show you have control of it, back away. Swisher's going to stick around. He's got a little bit of utility if he wants to throw it out late to just kind of have a superficial fake at the B bomb site. And actually, M80 is going to come right back to him. Looks like they want to execute another mid to B split. DGT going to be here in spawn.
Yeah, he's ready. He is absolutely ready for this. And he's going to check to the left side. He catches two. Execution on the double. Should have been up for grabs, but he only gets the one. And now Buddha and Max in a pretty difficult spot. Swisher, that is delicious. Brilliant shot up towards the top with a boosted player, and it's cleared out. That B-side falls, and M80 up 4-0.
Obviously,
unless this retake happens through banana, which it won't.
Obviously, DGT should have had a double kill in CT spawn. That was the big first mess up. But even then, the communication, when malbs get that kill, not dropping off that boost, malbs could have cleared that from CT spawn. Swisher hits a banger, but with two players in the B bomb site, one in CT spawn, it feels like there had to be way harder of a defense to break through.
Yeah, it definitely felt like as soon as you know your teammates died in CT, you can't stay on that boost because you can't see CT, they can see you.
He still had his fight that he would have wanted, but yeah, it did. I mean, he could have gone down a number of different ways. Even if malbs takes that peak a little bit earlier, it's just more like it just feels like there should have been more kills to that defense.
Perhaps we'll see it on the replay, but I'm also intrigued to see if maybe malbs had seen him and communicated that to Swisher, because it was so instant, like tunnel visioned on that position for Swisher when he was coming out to clear it. Because there might have been a scenario where malbs seen him, but couldn't get the kill because it was just a barrel, but no, it looked like Swisher reacted.
Yeah, he spotted a little leg while he was jiggling the right side. Good shot from Wolfy to secure the round and make sure no retake is coming in, and it's 4-0. AWP still in the hands of Try, and that motivates 9Z to pick up some weapons around it. SMG on DGT, and 5.7s in a Deagle otherwise.
Honestly, I didn't see enough from 9Z on the first map to really make me feel like they've got enough in them to obviously win this 2-0. I do feel like M80 showed enough to give us maybe a third map here. And with the start here in Inferno, you can only further believe that.
Yeah, I think those, oh my lord.
Swisher.
Yeah, he's in a mood. He's in a mood this game, and he's even going to challenge that smoke. Goes down to the 5-7, but that lets the rest of his teammates know there's some space to work with coming through that smoke.
Double smoke.
It's all good.
It's extra smoke.
It's all good. We're going to get the bomb planted. There's a lot of smokes down in that position. Wreck is even cutting off anyone falling back. DGT goes down for free. Davideus is still close by towards the B bomb site, but no chance for a win for 9Z.
I wonder if Chad, while he was playing for Vox Seminar, could have even expected that those stickers would be one of the most sought-after items in CSGO.
No, there's no way to know at the time, was there?
Well, obviously, but
yeah,
kind of crazy how that's coming to be.
I'm sure some part of him's happy about it. 5-0. It's 9Z who have to recover on a slow start. They're getting battered right now. Plenty of money to pick up another AWP, but it hasn't had the impact quite yet that they'd like it to.
Well, Jason, what do you think of Overpass?
In general?
Yeah, I feel like we're going to have to see it.
I enjoy it. I like Overpass. I'm always down for an Overpass game.
Well, right now, you might be punching our ticket to the German subway. We've got ourselves a 5-0 start from M80. We've got to see a big turnaround here for 9Z as they begin their campaign to come back into the beginning of this game. And we had to see M80 fight on the back foot on the previous map. This time it's tries all peeking down middle, sees the knees, sees the legs, but not able to get the shot.
Yeah, Wolfy doing a really good job of baiting that out.
Playing with sleeves is Wolfy. A rare breed of Counter-Strike players able to play with the sleeves on.
How aggressive does Rec want to get in this position? He's got some room to creep up. He's looking for a late peek. He's out in the open. It's really only Davideus as the defender here. If he goes down, that's malbs. Now Rec can actually take a little bit of a step forward, and he's going to grab that angle towards small pit. Oh, one more. There was an opportunity, and now DGT is going to be able to slide into the bomb site, but his position has been noted. Manx can't complete the kill. malbs has low health wrapping around the bomb site, and he's going to get caught as well. Somehow DGT is holding on to this bomb site. Eventually goes down, but he's caused so much of a distraction that this is doable for 9Z.
Yeah, well, Buddha right through the smoke. It's now thrust Wolfy into the clutch alone. And we haven't really seen a big Wolfy moment. Perhaps this is where he can take it. The wolf's at the door. The lone wolf in the smoke. As it fades away, the library position of Buddha proves to be too much to handle. And that is going to be 9Z on the board with their first round of Inferno.
That one got away from M80. Obviously, having to hunt down DJT to such a huge effect is painful. Took a lot of time. He gets a second kill on malbs, who's very low. Then, you know, the kind of standing in the open, spamming through smoke, low percentage spam that gives Buddha another kill. That could have been a winnable 2v3. It's a very tough bomb site. I think this is the second hardest bomb site to retake in all of Counter-Strike. So even in a 2-on-3, even with the man disadvantage, you can set things up quite nicely. And M80 don't give themselves a chance in the post plant. Timeout for 9Z. As they want to start stringing rounds together. They know they've got a lot of economy to chew through on the M80T side. Want to continue with these winning ways.
Plenty more to be done for 9Z. It doesn't get any easier for them, but let's take a look at what M80 call out of spawn here. I think at this point still just the default. Should be on the cards or in the cards, depending. And that's a good peek. Tried this mid peek 3 times now. Yet to really get something from it in the early portions.
Yet to be punished by it as well.
Yeah, that's true. But it does feel like that would eventually come his way if he keeps going for this. But M80 just settling into the start of this round.
It looks like they want to pop right through this mid-smoke.
There's quite a setup for it too, isn't it? Here right now for the CT side, though. Feels like the AWP should be able to at least get one, but they've just changed it up because of that Molotov. That's going to come in at perfect time, disrupt the defense. Now malbs moves forward. It's DGT that goes down in the archway. And they've got the brackets control, and they've got the flank going around the library. Max reads it, turns back in time. And Try will step up with the AWP at short. About to get in a duel with Wolfy. But it's not going to happen. In fact, M80 are calling for the B plate thanks to Swisher's information.
Yeah, I don't know if he heard someone falling back from it, but he's going to swing in with some confidence, leading the way for his team who are coming up a few seconds late. They don't have another smoke for Coffins, but a Molotov can keep Buddha at bay. Again, man disadvantage for M80, but another tough bomb site to retake. 3 versus 4, this is doable.
Swisher plays from the darkness alongside Manx in the crossfire from the barbecue. As Wolfy on that first pick of the post plant, but the retake is still looking strong, but it's all down to this crossfire. How strong can it be? Not at all, it would seem. David with the headshot, swinging into the double. It is Max that comes through to clear out Swisher and give 9Z their second round in a row.
Yeah, really nice retake. Good job trading off Wolfy over towards Banana. If he's able to get away after that first kill, extremely difficult to eventually turn that corner in. Third prong of it. M80's put some attention and some emphasis on these kind of philosophies of trying to wrap towards CT spawn. This time it gets shut down. Another buy though with that plant. 3 AKs, 2 pistols for M80's attack.
Oh, Max gets up on top of the logs, needs to get out of there, but the nade comes in. Finds him, hits its mark, and Max hiding behind the car, getting spammed down by Swisher. Fortunately for Max, he had some help. He had a teammate beside him, but he's only able to get away with 1 kill.
Yeah, that's a great exchange, especially with that Molotov kill at the end. Just a wonderful 1-for-3 trade at Banana. You take that any day of the week, and this might almost force Rec to try and make a play earlier than he'd like. Him and Malbs, the last 2 remaining. And no good options. You just got to try and sync up and see what comes, see what you can get out of things. Footsteps are going to be heard.
Yeah. Oh, well, the final pop for M80 will be towards A. Davideus, what a position forward up on top of the barrels. Try will have all the time in the world to react once he realizes that the players are coming out of the balcony. And there's David off the top. That's Rec gone. Malbs will do his best. A nice shot. Flip down onto the hay bales.
He's got to be aggressive. He's got to go for this quick. Baits out the
shot.
That's not bad, but he needed the kill. And that likely even would have been traded off the peak from DGT. It's 5-3, but M80 is going to be forced into a save. 9Z have outlasted that economy they built up early on. 3 in a row now for the defense.
This is the start for Max. It doesn't get much worse than that. You know, you just get instantly tagged down. And as you run away, the nade catches you in your back pocket. But Davideus using a barrel to perfection. Tough angle to really think about when you're coming out of the balcony. That has put M80 down to the pistols. Try does get punished eventually, but does also get that opening kill through middle. Getting a little scary now, Jason. These kills have opened the affair up.
Yeah, if they can, I mean, the idea is potentially you could slow this down, but they want to pick up the pace. They want to go a little bit faster. Rec gets picked off out of the sky, and DGT's got a strong position now, especially with support. Caught out in the open, can't transfer over. Buddha as well has to stand and fight. Thankfully, Max is here at short, and it's Malbs left in a 1v2. And it's not going to happen. A little bit of danger, but 9Z avoid catastrophe.
So on Nuke, we've seen a 6-0 start from 9Z that was eventually tied up by M80. Now we've seen M80 have a 5-0 start, and that has been, well, shrunk. There's an option to tie it up now. In fact, they should have a great opportunity based on the momentum to tie this game up at 5 apiece. And there is a timeout taken here for M80. Money available for rifles. But these strong starts, they haven't really kept up. They come out swinging, but the adaptation's been done.
I mean, in one sense, it's nice to see the teams be able to bounce back and recover and not just get straight up deleted. Let's see what M80 comes up with out of the timeout. They realize that lead is dwindled. They want to maintain it, what little they have remaining.
Interested where Try takes this ult this time, because he's really only peaked mid. If they're going to keep this all up in the same position, but they are not. They're going to send him back over towards B, and this is going to be a different look. 3 players starting B, Try going for the opening down Banana.
Yeah, and I mean, he's going to meet utility, right? There's the Molotov coming out from Swisher. It's happened every single round, so not actually going to fully challenge down Banana with the utility the T-sides bring out these days. That's so tough to pull off. Not always worth the risk. Return nade, chunks down Max and Try.
The flashes are at the ready. Buddha has them set up. Strong B hold right now for 9Z, but we'll see how the T side decide to attack A. They're dealing with the apartments at the moment. It is Rec clearing out Boiler. And now you can start to feel better about taking Banana control. You have Abs, you have a fallback plan. They'll apply some pressure, try and disrupt the setup, and it has done a decent job of that. You've seen Max rotate off B now. He's going back over to help out that A defense. and they can leave the AWP of Try in position towards CT. Swisher has caught a lot of nade damage in the series so far, just with the way he plays. He's constantly trying to gain ground, taking space, but eating a lot of shrapnel. And M80 shaping up for this B-pop.
Yeah, there's a little bit of utility thrown out in middle for some kind of a fake. That's a nice shot from Try, but with that, there's no denial of information in middle. DGT was in cubby and just realizes it's clear, so the rotation's going to be fully on, and the longer this takes, and the more players that get whittled down, the less likely it's going to become. Rek and Manx with 2, but there's so much presence at this bomb site that it's all shut down.
And Rek, he's on that flank through Speedway, but as you mentioned, it's all shut down. Unless some magic can come out of his AK, he should be clearing out the right side, but that elevation change is hard to predict, and DGT will lock in the frag. So we are all tied up. That 5-0 start has come in the form of a 5-0 comeback story for 9Z.
Yeah, and these rounds haven't been particularly close. Like even these last 2 rounds that have come down to just 2 players surviving for 9Z have kind of been decided far before just 2 players were alive. So M80 really struggling to get things going.
Well, Tech-9s and Deagles is what they come to the party with this time. At least they're not coming empty-handed, but...
They're keeping the money low as well, or at least honest.
Oh, good start from Try. You got to take that. Wallbang headshot onto Wolfy. Tough start for M80 in this round. It should be 9Z now in pole position to take that lead. We'll see how Try's all maneuvers around here as well. So it's rotated off A after that early pick. It'll be back over towards B, but it is looking to shape up for an M80 A finish. Davideus goes into the pit. DGT will actually position himself inside of the A side. It's a tough one.
I don't know why it's so hard, but it is. Oh.
Maybe you should just rebrand.
It is just straight up the wrong letter, but it feels so much righter.
It does feel righter. Does do that. Maybe we were just illiterate, Jason. Maybe.
I think that might be part of it.
Yeah. Certainly
could make the argument.
This is it. This is North America's greatest comeback. They're going to win this round, Jason.
Oh, yeah? This is the one that's going to go down in history?
Yeah.
All right. We'll stamp it. 5-6. 9Z have come roaring back in this map and have taken complete control. Max hears the footsteps, the utility being thrown out. Right around the edge of that smoke, Swisher's going to have to be careful as it fades.
Max loves to live life on the edge, doesn't he? Loves to get right into these banana smokes, and Swisher was on the other side of it, but being forced back by great utility. And that has allowed Max to get all the way down to the bottom of banana. And Michael Schmid, what are you doing? Yeah,
I mean, he was just there. He didn't think there'd be any reason for someone to be in that position. So nice little play, nice little micro play from Max to find a free opening kill, an unsuspecting opening kill. And now you have banana control. You force back the most aggressive player. You force back you've taken down, you know, the banana anchor for this T side. You have a strong defense towards the A-bomb site. The only weakness now is the fact that you've rotated away and left Buddha alone at B, and all he's got is a single Molotov.
There's not a lot of time left in this round. We hit the 40-second mark, and the utility is about to leave the hands of M80. Smoke out towards CT. Rek will apply final pressure towards A, and we now know it is this final leap towards the B bomb site. Buddha has had a bit of a tough series. He's going to be at the back of the site, getting absolutely destroyed by Malbs.
Oh, that nade goes a little too deep. And oh, Manx gets another one. I don't know how they've brought this back. Still a very doable retake. Manx is positioned towards half wall. He's got Davideus on the other side. This clash is everything, and Davideus has got it. Now Wolfy and Malbs.
This post plank could get them right back into the swing of things. Turn around from Malbs. Important kills from Malbs yet again as he turns on a dime and gets himself DGT. It's Try left alone at CT, and the time is ticking so far now on that bomb. He cannot win it. He's going to try and catch them as they retreat. He will get one out of that.
I actually don't think, if you go back and, I don't think there's a way that M80 should be able to win this round. This is seriously misplayed from 9Z. I think Buddha was trying to maybe get a little bit fancier than he needed to.
Just need to hide, really. He didn't even need
hide,
to peek.
gun out, and I feel like he was trying to like shift positions at awkward moments, very committed. Yeah, he stops fighting and tries to just escape when it's a little bit too late. But M80 really had no good entrance into this bomb site, and that's a huge punish in a round that never should have happened.
Yeah, malbs does obviously very well. He's 16-7 at the moment. But, yeah, you got to feel that the Buddha can just hide there or make it more simple from the pillar, right?
Didn't seem comfortable in the fight, right? Like, that's one where I feel like he could have been very confident.
And perhaps that is a mindset thing, right? Where you have a bad first map, you're maybe not having a great series, your confidence is down to actually stand and take fights. So Swisher certainly not lacking confidence, but lacking life now as he's gone.
Yeah, well, they might force some lack of confidence in him with these past 2 rounds. He's got absolutely nothing done in Banana twice in a row, so we'll see if that affects him moving forward. 2 rounds remaining after this one is played out. Pretty must-win round for M80 if they want to continue fighting in this half. They've got no money. No money in the bank, and another 5-on-3, potentially 5-on-2 after this engagement, but Wolfy wins it out.
Yeah, that felt good for Davideus, but Wolfy wins an essential kill. Now we're under 1 minute left on this clock. Where do M80 send it in the final moments? It could possibly be this B setup again. They're shifting down bottom middle. We'll take a look at the defense here right now. It is just one player in the form of Max. And he's playing around the sandbags. He's not getting early info, but he might be able to just get one and done, and that would actually go a long way. And if he's patient here, if he has discipline, he might be able to get multiple players if they all line up for him. Oh, he nearly does it all on his own, but he'll take the 2 and the damage done on Wreck. Tap on the bomb. Boost is up over towards CT. Wreck will at least get the bomb plant here, but it's going to get traded out immediately. So that's going to be the defuse and 9Z right back to winning ways.
Yeah, well handled. Well handled from 9Z. Helps obviously when you start out in a 5-on-3 in that fashion. Wolfy's going to wish he cleared those sandbags a little bit deeper. Could have been possible after that, but the multiple spray down from Max, including the opening kill, gives him a very nice round, the in-game leader of 9Z. So 7-6. M80 still unable to really regain that lead. 9Z just inching right back out in front, and the plant is going to help in terms of money, but it's not the prettiest thing. M80 have a bit of a decision to make. Wreck and Swisher have no problems buying, neither does Wolfy, but Manx and malbs are right on the edge. And he'll buy up here to some degree.
It's kind of disappointing to see M80 get a 5-0 start and now see them behind 7-6 in one of the rounds they won since that 5-round streak is a round they probably shouldn't have picked up. So yeah, it's been a pretty one-sided affair here for the majority of this half. Mac 10 from Manx. Where's he going to send that one? Could be quick up mid. Banana.
They've kind of gone away. Earlier in the half at the start of this, M80 was really attacking Rap side, trying to split towards the B bomb site through CT spawn. They haven't really gone back to that a whole lot in recent times. And they've really struggled gaining banana control in these past few rounds, where earlier they were having success with Swisher at the helm. This time Swisher lets all the utility rain out before he makes his move.
Well, it's a slow banana take for M80. They're taking a deep breath. But eventually, the fight will come, and it is going to be on this B site. The T's run in. M80 storm the charge. It is going to be Swisher running towards CT, getting caught from Buddha off the top of the boost. Great work from Buddha on that double kill. And it has really thrown everything into question here for M80. How do you get the bomb down? How do you get into a comfortable position? Well, perhaps a kill like that could go a long way.
Yeah, that helps out massively, but still the bomb is a problem. You can already see one creeping in. Max trying to grab an angle to spam the plant, not able to connect. And Wolfy's going to get into Wreck tapping away. Wreck. He's got one. Try steps into it while Max took most of the damage, and that's going to cause some chaos and confusion in this retake.
It will, and you're so panicky about that CT player now, but Wolfy up up on top. It's a great position. And M80 look like they have done enough here to take a round. They will. So that's 7-7. Look good off the top of the boost for 2 from Buddha, and they still turn it back. So it was starting to look like it was a world didn't exist in which M80 won that one, and then Wolfy gets that smoke kill. Rek comes in from the CT flank, and
yeah,
they find a way into it.
That's another 5-on-3 loss by 9Z. They're going to be kicking themselves for giving these rounds up, and this flank from Rek couldn't have come at a better time. In fact, the fact that he doesn't even get that first kill, just does massive damage and then grabs try, is actually kind of beneficial in a way. You have one player with 10 HP who's not really motivated to retake, and you take out another one. 7-7, final round of the first half, and it's 9Z whose economy is in shambles. 5-7 on Max, SMG on Davideus, light on utility, light on kits. M80, despite some of the struggles in the middle portions of this half, could leave with a lead.
Rek on 12. Could have got messy in the apartments, but as usual, malbs is around to clean it up for M80, to settle the nerves.
Look at him having a game. 19-8 for malbs. Logging a huge performance on Inferno.
Yeah, big rounds for him. Kept him in this. And try boosted up over the long smoke. Oh, he's spotted. Not what he wanted. malbs, he only takes that kill too. That would have been a double opener from him. As we head into the final 50 seconds, Swisher applying pressure towards this B site. Hasn't been the most fun half for him, I would say. Getting kind of wrecked and banana over and over again, but this could be a great moment to close on.
Yeah, he had a couple good rounds early going. It's the life of a banana player. Some rounds are just going to suck. This one is quite nice. Entry provided, and Manx is going to follow it up with a double. And that's the B bomb site loss. That's an 8th round. 3-on-1, and Davideus is very far away, and they know it.
Now Davideus will run back, but it is to his inevitable doom, as he is nearly caught by Wolfy's off. MP9 runs in, and eventually the Joel Paredes get the job done. It's M8-7 at the turn of the first half here in Inferno. Find out after the break if we have to go to map 3.
Remain supreme.
There's only 2 days left of Group C, which means we're taking steps ever closer to those playoffs. A couple of teams have locked themselves in, that being FaZe, and of course Na'Vi. And M80 and 9Z, well, it's a different story for them, a different objective. They're trying to just stay alive here in Pro League. This is an elimination game. 9Z one map up. It's 7 at the half, though, for M80s. They try to force our way into Overpass.
Yeah, stay alive and what would be the first step of a long road to actually get a chance to even qualify at those playoffs. It'd be a long end to this group for one of these teams if they can continue fighting. Got a complete Inferno, 8-7 lead. M80 trying to force us to Overpass. 9Z trying to close this out 2-0, and it's going to be a slow passive pistol round for 9Z. Davideus and Buddha just now working up ult into Halls. Tries coming up late with the bomb. They've got plenty of utility.
Well, they've got the double dualies.
It's not a bad setup for the Halls pop. If Wolfy can get one, Rec pops up from Graveyard.
Well, smoke goes out, and Wolfy is cleared pretty hard there. That is going to be Buddha just going in for that headshot. Now Rec's turn from the Graveyard. Well, that is where he will end up. A great start to this pistol round for 9Z, and M80 throwing everything they've got at a retake attempt, but they don't have a kit alive. They have one flash, and they're down 2 players. This looks good for an 8th round.
Yeah, it's a hard clear into that corner, which completely ruins what Wolfy wants to accomplish with those dualies. So desperate attempt for Manx to create an opening for his team to follow up. That's not going to happen either. And Swisher and Malbs can make whatever decision they want. This retake ain't happening.
1 for 1 on pistols. 9Z will win the second half pistol round. They had a great start over on Nuke in kind of both halves. Slow start this time on Inferno, but maybe the second half could be a different story. I'm interested to see what their T side looks like. Like you pointed out in that first half, M80's game plan seemed to be early on taking some brackets and getting long control. We'll see what 9Z's main objective is to kick things off here on their T side. M80, we'll see if they go with a force buy. Most likely will.
Hardcore clear from Buddha.
Yeah, that is insane, isn't it? You felt like those Julies were destined for at least one. I
mean, it's nice. Yeah, like that smoke obviously isolates any player in that position, and that's really the only point of danger at that moment in time. So I mean, just heads up from Buddha. No one missing any details on the 9Z side in that pistol. 8-8. We got a scout. We do get that second round force buy from M80's defense. What can they do with it? Swisher had some nice shots on Nuke with the scout towards outer yard. Here down mid might be a little bit of a different beast, and he's got Davideus sliding up close, but an early trigger pull gives away his position, and Swisher wants none of that.
Not even a bit. Good nade, though. Lands right in front of Max. That'll bring him down to 67 health. But it is only the one player on the B side right now. It is Manx alone. And he'll eventually run out of utility, and then he's kind of alone in the world. And oh my goodness, this is not the play I really expected him to make. But
yeah, but look at the aggression. Look what it's done. What a cool little bluff to pull out. It's kept them back, kept them at bay. Now that smoke gives a timing for someone from M80 to rotate over to the B bomb site, so they have a decision if they just want to keep this stack and risk it and take the gamble, or if they want to try and shift over and shore up that defense. And it looks like they're going to be happy just sticking with this A stack.
Now he's about to have a nasty surprise. It's about as surprising as realizing a golf ball is bouncy. It's Manx playing at the second orange position, sprinting around the corner. There's only a few seconds really in this one. And Max will do what he can. He musters some might on the 5-7 gap in the CT smoke. Oh, this could get disgusting for 9Z. They get onto the site, but they're here. They're clearing out CT, and Buddha gets a double kill. 12 seconds. You got to worry about Banana as well. And Buddha's just killed his teammate. Oh, no, he's in a 1v2 now. There's no time for it. It's completely over. What a fumble of the bag towards the end there for 9Z. Buddha, he's going to survive at least. That would have been that terrible ace to get for Buddha, but there we go.
That last flashbang caused some chaos. Forced the team kill. Low HP on both of them. Might have been a double kill from the CT swing. This almost slipped away. Malbs missed the SMG kill on the cross. Does find it eventually on a DGT, excuse me, but there it is. Flash comes over, and Buddha's got no idea, no clean fights, and that is a fumble.
That is ridiculous, isn't it, really, for 9Z. Down to Deegs. AK out for Buddha. You don't like to see that.
No, it's no fun. That round is, it's made you sad. It's made you real sad. Davideus, potentially with a chance. Manx spots this angle being held by the Deagle. Doesn't go back for the re-peek.
Smoke at top middle locked in. 9C, they got apartments for the time being. You got Buddha and Boiler, but this is the one weapon you have. You gotta hope that you can get more out of it than a one and done.
Yeah, the problem is you don't have any utility now to activate him in any way, right? Like you're putting him in a position where he can maybe punish some kind of a mistake, some kind of an over peak from the defense, but at this juncture in the game, you just have to go heads up. There's a Deagle shot. And now Buddha might be a little bit more impactful. He's been spotted, been dinked, and he's not going to get away. Good frag from Rek. Now over towards the B-bomb site. 2 defenders, but perhaps only one is needed.
Yeah, Wolfy doing well. Manx helping out, and it is just try. And it's pretty easy in the end there for M80 to get double figures. So opportunities given to M80. They're going to run with it as far as they can. It could be 11 rounds coming up shortly because 9Z, no bomb plants, no real chance to even get a half by here. Maybe see a couple of upgraded pistols coming into the mix, but 11-8 is the most likely outcome of the next minute and 55 seconds. Who are the top performers right now for M80, you ask? Well, that would be malbs. 21 kills, 11 deaths, and everybody else just kind of middle of the pack. So clear standout, and then the rest doing their jobs. And I have to say, Wolfy has got a diamond coin for Katowice. The easiest diamond coin ever, Jason.
Yeah?
That was the Astralis domination.
If I remember correctly, Liquid was coming into that event somewhat as a potential contender.
Them, weren't
they just beat Astralis earlier in that year, and no one predicted ENCE.
The big iBuyPower Masters tournament earlier that year that everybody
I was
remembers.
there. That was an interesting one.
That is a word for it.
Some things happened.
I remember I actually got some community brownie points because they missed broadcasting so many of the games, and people missed all the games. So I went back, I got the demos, and I casted the demos. And
what a legend.
It. So there
Look at you putting in the work, going on the grind.
But as I discovered, they didn't have match medic, Jason, so they had to get Team Liquid to play the same round 5 times identically so they could restart the game from that point.
Yep.
that was one hell of a tournament.
I could tell you some stories about that event.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be some great ones.
3-round lead for M80, 11-8. Handling those anti-ecos pretty clean, but we get AKs and an AWP out for 9Z. Try's got it in his hands. Galil on max with some extra utility. Here we go, round 20.
DGT taking bullets to the chest. Soaks them up. And he'll take his time, but that bomb is left at spawn. You never leave the bomb at spawn, Jason. There's always a better place for it. Just take it out of spawn, leave it near the steps.
Listen, I've played matchmaking with you and some of the other guys. This happens frequently.
It does.
Don't tell me you follow the rules. I know you don't.
Yeah, I just gotta throw it away. As soon as I spawn when the bomb is like, ah, someone else's problem.
Yeah.
I just want headshots.
All right, 5-on-4. Manx has gone down. Nice advantage for 9Z, shifting defense, and Try's going to get another one as Wolfy peeks down for some information, completely punished. And there's a minute for 9Z to work with a 2-man advantage. Now, they lost 5-on-3s a couple of times in the first half on their defensive side. This should be much easier to just group up and use the advantages.
Well, will Buddha hard check this corner again, Jason? Nope. Not like the pistol. He will get cleared out by Rek. Instead, Swisher peeks into Try. The patience will pay off for the sniper. And now it is malbs. The Guatemalan coming back in, alone in the world. He's got himself the kill on DGT. Smoke comes up, but it's just at the wrong time, and he actually gets the time to move in on it. But Davideus will bring him to the ground. And, well, 9Z looking to bring M80 to their knees. A timeout taken for them as well here. Having their coach have a say, that's TGE. This team have a ridiculous amount of 3-letter names.
Yeah, they really do. They've done well there. Maybe that's the primary like recruiting focus is the 3-letter name. Nicely done. That was almost recovered by M80. That was almost doable, all things considered. Malb's putting himself in a 1v2 that was relatively winnable as far as 1v2s go at the A bomb site, and just slipping away. Still plenty of money for M80's defense. Op is going to be picked up by Wolfy. They got to be careful when they go for these information plays. Try was able to pick off a couple of players in the middle stages of that round. Don't want to give the Op on the T side of Inferno that much impact.
Hey Jason, why are M80 timeouts so useless?
Why is that?
Because everything falls on deaf ears.
Oh, Dinko, we got to work on you still.
Well, I thought you'd appreciate that one being a doubt at all, but I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, that was, you felt really good about that one.
I did.
That one popped into your brain and you're like, yep, this will get some laughs.
Gotta say that one. Swisher in the hallways. He's got some work in the bedroom. Here we go. Not seeing anything though. Just alone. It's kind of a sad existence, but chance to take out Max doesn't quite land. That one, Malb's about to be cleared out from the cubby, and Swisher comes down the boiler room stairs. He is boiled alive right up on the balcony. What a shot from Max.
Yeah, emphatic. Changed the pacing as well. Not really a slow-paced round whatsoever. And I mean, Swisher gets kind of spotted in halls, taking his missed shots, and once that other kill goes down in brackets, he's got nowhere to go. And now they're just being picked apart, entirely picked apart. And Wolfy is not going to save this op. Already 9Z on the hunt.
Chat enjoyed it, Jason. That's all that matters for me, really.
Yeah, that's what you're appealing to?
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, guys. You guys got my back. But Wolfy, he's not going to get this ult back into the next round, most likely, unless he hits some absolute bangers, getting chased from all sides. It's like a warm-up server here, but he does his best. He gets it close, but it's not going to be the ult saved over, and that means absolutely nothing to play with for M80 going into this next round. It should be 11-11.
Yeah, and you got to be really careful now. This is where, I mean, Def might have some work to do in the timeouts in the future. Hopefully they don't fall on deaf ears, because I think this is where you start feeling a little bit of energy dip. Elimination series, elimination map. You could be sent home here, and all of a sudden you've watched all your leads disappear. You're watching your CT side get picked apart. So Def might have to get the boys in a better mood somehow. Sitting this round out with unarmored pistols, USPs, and a P250.
Well, there's a stack around the corner at top middle, and if 9Z don't go into that, well, there's nothing really here for M80 in this round.
And they're already probing the B bomb site. DGT's already kind of peeking in and jiggle peeking, and seeing that it's clear, seeing there's no resistance being mounted, Buddha's going to find all the information necessary, calling 4 in apartments, 4 in halls. Davideus is going to actually risk this AK-47.
He's like, eco kills.
I know, he's feeling thirsty these days.
Oh, empty calories, these eco kills, but it is going to work out 11-11. Only one player goes down, you'll take that, and it's all tied up again. So Rec will purchase the AWP, that'll be tossed on over to Wolfy. And we got to see that timeout really come to fruition here. It is the third used from M80 so far.
Gonna have to see a complete change in M80 going forward. These last 3 rounds, they've just been obliterated, picked apart consistently by 9Z. Oddly enough, ever since this kind of op came out in the hands of Try, who's gotten some impactful picks and has been in good positions to slow down rotations and punish movement. Let's see what M80's got. Round 23, M80 just 5 rounds away from being eliminated from ESL Pro League.
Wow, that will be sad. They'd leave without the map win. They'd leave without the mobs win. But they had every opportunity. Again, the score's 11-11, but I keep banging on about it. Is that 5-0 start as well that give them that buffer? You know, if you take away that 5-0 start, it's Not looking too pretty. 11-6 would be the score. So here's Rek. Around that corner, and it's going to be Buddha. Hard check in that one. Nice double kill. They play that position a lot, don't they?
Yeah, Buddha's had some stinker rounds in these two maps, but he's delivered some great kills as well. He's got like, there's like no middle ground with him.
It's either amazing or the opposite of that.
Or a couple fluffed moments, but I mean that's an absolutely banging pair of entry kills, and that is, I mean, especially out of a timeout when you've just kind of called a play, and if you're a coach too, if you're def and you've just called this timeout and you're trying to get the boys motivated, and that's the way this round plays out, it's just horrifying. And now you know as well, Hunt's coming so quickly with how convincing those kills were. Buddha's put his team in a great position here in this round.
Well, Max himself a pick. David too, and it is Wolfy once again desperately trying to hold on, but they are not allowed anything. And you're right, you know, there's 2 Buddha kills because it happens so quickly. The Hunt can immediately be thrown in, and it's rough here for M80. You immediately call for the save call, and now you're down to just $2,900 average.
Yeah, and you think back to the pistol too. Remember, he got the entry kill on that pistol round, the hard clear into that corner. He's had some really impactful ones, so great performance from Buddha.
Kind of all of his highlights in that one bit of the hallway.
Yeah, yeah, that's his place.
We call that spot
even
Buddha
the round at B
days.
where he gets like the team kill, it sucks that that's what we focused on at the end of the day in the 2v2, but he had 2 great kills to secure the bomb site in the first place in that round. You can tell just get a little bit more intense. The stakes are rising as M80 run out of money, run out of funds, run out of ability to fight. It's 9Z taking control of this series down the stretch. 12-11. And really showing an ability to pick apart this defense.
Well, 9Z. 4 more, and this should be a freebie. Been a lot of team effort, I would say, here from 9Z. Everyone chipping in, having their moments. No stack this time from M80. It's somewhat of a default setup. 3 players positioned towards B is perhaps the only oddity, but even then, it's not really amounting to much just yet. Eventually, that utility will run dry. There is just 1 smoke available for the CT side left, and that is in the hands of Rek towards the apartments.
Swisher hustling over to B to try and shore up the defense. M80 trying desperately to pick the right bomb site to be at, to gamble stack. They've got 4 at B right now. That means Rek must stay alive.
Ooh, Davide is slipping into the archway. This really adds to the potency of this B play if he could get around through CT, but he's not committing to that. In fact, he is looking for the A play while the rest of his teammates charge up through Banana. 3 players here in defense. This is the best chance for M80 to do something in this round. Even then, it is unlikely. Try will take that first. Nice shot from malbs. Definitely got a lot of those in the locker, but everybody going down on the defense, and Davideus gets the reward for his patience in mid. So it is that 13th round added for 9Z. We called that one a freebie. Now the buy-in for M80.
These, I mean, it wasn't the cleanest round losing 2 players, but 9Z still did a good job of not falling prey to that stack, right? Not swinging out too wide. They took very measured, very calm fights, very shallow angles so that nobody from M80 could swing wide on them and create a second front. So that never got too dangerous despite losing a couple of players. 13-11, and now we have to see M80. This might be your last chance to have a really solid buy to stave off elimination.
Ooh, Wolfy. Good shot. That'll open up the affairs with an M80 opener. Is there any more in the tank?
So, I mean, look, they haven't had an opening kill in a while, it feels like. They've been playing very disadvantaged, so the fact they get to play this 5-on-4 is very, very nice for them. And they've shut down some early aggression.
This feels good for Swisher.
Ooh, that's very aggressive. Very
so
aggressive
aggressive
and rewarded.
Yeah, well, the final play is towards this B site for 9Z. Under a minute left, just at the door of B. There's a gap in that smoke for Buddha to try and play with. Manx doesn't look to be the player to overextend from the coffins, so Buddha moves up, moves closer. Flash coming in, sets up Malbs to the peak. It's worked out really well for Manx and Malbs to combine. M&M hold the B side.
Yeah, well done. Get all the information. They can track the progress of the attack the whole way, and obviously starting in a 5-on-3 really seals things for them. So a clean round win for M80, which lets him build up some money, lets him feel a little bit more comfortable. And we reset into round 26. Full buy for both teams. And a timeout taken this time from 9Z. Excuse me, it's a tech. It's a headset issue.
Ooh, we'll get that one fixed as quickly as possible.
Maybe. So you just got to sit in silence now. Twiddle your thumbs, really feel the pressure.
Yep. That's always fun.
Got some Tron music for you guys to chill to.
Tron. Tron's pretty old, right? It's like an 80s thing.
Yeah, but there was a remake.
There was a remake.
It's a wonderful soundtrack. Shout out to Daft Punk.
Daft Punk is cool. Daft Punk isn't a thing anymore, right?
No, they have stopped making music together, which is depressing. That was a sad day in my life. Smoke down in mid. Wolfy still with the op for M80. Try, been using it throughout this half for 9Z, as they haven't had a whole lot of money issues to speak of.
Well, this is a moment that could define the rest of the game. If M80 can win this round, then we're right back on. Dream overpass once again reopens. But 9Z pick up this round, it could be the opposite. They're up banana. Max already clearing the half wall. Some responsive utility coming in from M80. They're passive, they're sitting back on this side, and Malbs is setting up a smoke that creates that extra corridor for him to play at the back of the side. You know, has a bit more cover, he can move around and delay for a rotation. But it's under a minute left, and 9Z is still just going through the motions. The utility comes in for brackets. They smoke that long side. And oh, Swisher sends the tracers through, and David will respond with a more deadly bullet on the angle. Wolfy needs to respond and does.
That's a really important kill. I mean, that could have gone the other way, right? If he gets aggressive and picked off, it goes from bad to worse, but felt like he had to take the risk with Swisher going down. However, one player has infiltrated the defense. It's Davideus over in CT spawn, wrapping back around through library, which keeps Wolfy's op trained in that direction, and it delivers yet again. And now a crossfire to pit.
Wolfy's having a round here. Is there more for Wolfy? There absolutely is. 9 seconds, the time goes red. And there's absolutely nothing 9Z can do here. Wolfy with a great proactive response, then drops back into the site and does not miss the easy ones.
That was such a weird round. It felt like there was no actual attack, like a spam through a smoke, the op peak in mid, but then it was just kind of like, I guess we'll just walk up lane, and no real utility, no pull the trigger on the attack. It was just kind of walk into the op and hope it turns out a little bit better. Dang.
That was the most aggressive shout I ever heard in my life.
There was actually no energy behind that, was there?
Yeah, I don't.
That's Danish.
There wasn't even commitment to like the megaphone of the hand. It was like a few fingers.
And he kept his voice very low as he did it.
9Z are very scared about that one. South America trembles.
That was so casual.
Well, I respect it. You know, it's a start. It's a start for Manx. Is the most you're going to get out of a Dane, unless it's Cadian, of course.
I feel like Config has a little bit. He used to give a lot in that department, didn't he?
Yeah, question. Nades towards top banana. Look at the damage done to Davideus. Oh, a bit of a slow round here, Jason. A lot going on at the moment.
A lot of these rounds have felt slow from 9Z. Like they're just like kind of just probing like this, but it takes the chewing, letting them a lot of time chew off the clock. Don't want to mess with the utility inside of the choke points. However, it just means they're gonna have to deal with it a little bit later on. This is a lot of their nades they're using right now. Fake B hit. They're pulling Wolfy away, but Rek and Swisher. Oh, one is caught. Rek now. He's alone.
Oh, wreck up on the balcony. Oh, he's going to get absolutely destroyed. David with a headshot on the swing around. And that, well, that's it. She doesn't write very much.
They bit so hard on that B fake. They bit before anyone was even spotted, and that's way too easy of a fake to pull off for 9Z.
Well, that's it. That's 14 now for 9Z. Really fired them up there, man, because that's the problem, man. When you trash talk, you never know how they're going to respond, and you put the fire in their belly. And that's 9Z up 14 now. Wolfy desperately trying to hold on to the AWP. Will he get it?
They've got money, so it's not the end. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Bye-bye.
All right, let's forget that ever happened. And move along swiftly to round 28. Wolfy's got the AWP back in his hands. God, that's pain. I'm glad we didn't show it again from Wolfy's POV.
Yeah.
That would be frustrating. Well, they had money to rebind this one, but they're out of it after this. A win here for 9Z essentially feels like it would seal the series.
Well, let's see if 9Z can do it. This triple setup early down banana. Wolfy's up, about to peek, right into try. And that opening move might be enough for 9Z. Davideus has already got long control too. He's all the way up to the archway. Here comes Swisher right through the smoke. A bit of a wild play.
It worked previously, remember, too.
It did.
It seems silly. It's one of those plays where it looks stupid when it doesn't work, but we've seen him have impact with it when he's done it previously.
Right.
However, Manx, they'll never expect that. They line up perfectly. And, oh, man, an emphatic round for 9Z. All 5 players survive, and I think that's the end of the line for M80.
Yes, they've come to Pro League. They've come to play a couple of close maps here and there, and I think it will sting if they go out in this fashion, you know, not winning a single map, but coming so close to doing so against some good teams. You know, number 14 in the world, it's Apex, and they took them right to the brink on their first map, showing that Inferno is definitely one they can dance with death on. But I think when you come into the other series you've seen so far from them, it has just been a little too difficult for M80 to get to that level. But it's positive signs. You know, an organization coming into North American Counter-Strike, a couple of future players in North America.
We love that in North America. We're big fans of organizations coming in. We'll take it at this point, and obviously still early in the lifespan of the team, right? So it's not you know, just
2 months or something, right?
Yeah, a couple months under the belt. So still obviously plenty to learn.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they got good sort of core here. I think Swisher and Malbs are great, and so far I've been impressed by those 2 players. And Def, obviously, as a coach, is someone great to have behind you.
Yeah, those 2 have shined for sure. And as you mentioned, Def is a good coach to have behind you in this building process. And we'll just see how far they can go with it before perhaps they feel like they need to make some kind of a change if we ever get there. But again, though, the whole point of this is still a very young team in terms of the amount of time they've spent together. Oh, what a spin from Davideus, and Max has got the follow-up.
Yeah, it's a great start of the round here for 9Z. Even after losing that first kill, the replies come in, and it feels like it is just a matter of time before they come crashing down on Swisher and M80 crash out of Pro League. You know, right on top of the first oranges. The utility will still run in for 9Z. They want to confirm this victory. They do not want this to prolong any further. If it did, overtime was a possibility. Swisher must deliver. The MP9 about to be cleared out, and not a single kill. That should seal their fate. M80, at the start of the day, discussed a win at Pro League for Malbs or a map victory. But it doesn't look like that is going to happen. Wolfy will have the last maneuver for M80 in this tournament, but they are now out of ESL Pro League, and 9Z stay alive. A lot more to do for 9Z, Jason, but they got the victory they should over M80.
It didn't look the cleanest in the world for 9Z. They're obviously going to take this victory, avoiding elimination. M80 is going to have to console themselves tonight. Tough loss, tough way to go out, but again, relatively new lineup.